Okay. Molybdenum Software Show session, working on frappix, sponsored by Wildnis Manufacture, in a more German accent than mine.
Okay.
I had a shower thought
Uh-huh.
in which it occurred to me that what is the reason that the bench command has this subcommand run parallel tests?
Yeah.
It's because the testing framework does not have a feature of running commands in parallel or concurrently.
Mm-hmm.
And so it also occurred to me that without the orchestrator,
Mm-hmm.
we can still use that subcommand to parallelize the test by running any number of these at the same time on a single machine.
Right. All right.
There you go.
Yeah. That makes sense. So, like, right now they're just running them indexed in different machines, but we run all those commands in the same machine.
Who's
right?
they?
Sorry, in the documentation, I mean, they mention.
Yeah, they I don't know what they mention exactly. They maybe they phrase it in the context of multiple machines, right? But
Yeah.
I don't know. Do they? I mean, that certainly looks like what the authors of frappix understood, because it doesn't seem like they had this thought. Hey, I could just run any number of these on the same machine, right?
Yeah. Parallel tests.
I think it's in testing under running tests.
Automated testing. Writing, running tests parallelly. Oh yeah. So these are the commands that you run on two different instances of, machines, right? But if we run them on the same machine, then you still parallelize, but you're running on the same machine. Is that what you meant?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Especially because it seems that otherwise you don't get any parallelization.
Yeah.
Because we gave the machine many cores, but still there was no usage.
Right. So what we can do is test that. Shell interact.
Yes. Yeah. I think the first step is to, but before you like run,
we can run this in background and then run this next. Redirecting the output to some file.
Sure, because it takes a few minutes. Then you have time to type in the next command.
Yeah. And we'll do 2 builds.
Yeah, sounds all right.
Okay.
We can even do 3. We'll type some more, but still end up.
Yeah. Okay. So
finishing
bench,
sooner.
run parallel test, 3.
We don't even need to redirect anything. As long as you type it correctly, we can
Okay.
just throw it in the background.
Okay. No redirect, just.
You know what you should do?
Uh-huh.
You should do the total builds before
Well,
total build flag before
yeah.
the build ID flag,
Mhm.
and then you can just press the up arrow, delete 1, and insert 2, and press enter.
Total builds, like, I didn't get that part.
The order of the flags.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Oh, right. Yes. Yes. So total builds 3, build ID 1, and
Amp.
Why I wanted to redirect was to see the time that it takes for that batch. It'll be printed at the end of the.
You think it's stood out?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So it's just build 1.log.
We can append them all to the same build log.
Okay. Wait. So appending is not
Double.
Yeah. Build.log.
We won't know which is which, possibly, but that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, and then this. No, 2, this, that, 1, and then amp.
Well, now we can't just do.
This is fine, right?
Yes, as long as you're willing to type this a couple of times more.
Oh, you're saying we can't just do build 1, change the ID? Yeah. Okay. So first run. All right.
Go ahead. Don't wait.
And second run.
Oh, there is no noise, so you can do this.
Yeah.
Cool.
Third run. All right.
And now we wait. But we won't know when it's ended, will we?
Yeah. And we still don't see the systemd noise for the test project worker.
That's right. We should see it.
Yeah. I mean, I can just tail that. Build.log. No such option, build ID. Oh, I think total builds. Wait, or maybe there's no such thing as build ID. I'd not be surprised if the docs are wrong. Not up
What do
to
you
date.
mean docs are wrong? Show me.
They're not up.
Show us again. Run par.
Yeah, I'll just
site
run
is
the
not.
help.
There's a default site, right? That should be fine.
Yeah. Run parallel test. I need help.
Help. Yeah.
Total builds. Yeah, it's build number. There's no such thing as build ID.
Cool.
All right. Once again, build ID 1. Build number. Let's go. Build number.
There should be noise. Should be
Oh,
noise
yeah,
from.
there is.
There's the noise.
No, that's
Okay.
that's not the right noise.
It's not the right noise. Okay. Execute the third one.
Oh no, now it's the right noise. I cannot edit it. Okay. I think I can. Okay, now done. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So there is some startup delay.
Should take us about a third of the time.
Yeah. So
So what
it
is
was
that? 100 seconds?
Yeah, it was around 7 minutes last time. So yeah. And we started around 9:48 here.
Okay, so here's a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say this works.
Mm-hmm.
We still have a problem of failing tests, right? Because so we exit with 0, but that's better than hanging tests.
Yeah.
Actually, for the hanging tests, we might want to do solve them using a timeout instead of skipping them. But let's get back to, they're already skipped, so let's so let's say this works. The way we code this in the test is based on the number of cores.
Yeah.
So, and we have Python.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to, so let's say we can get the number of cores in Python somehow easily. Or we can use some command, some CLI, that is meant for running commands in parallel, right?
Yeah.
And it probably can do just use the number of cores. But we have to pass it as both the number and the ID, both the total and the ID of each one to the invocation. So at that point, I don't know how good the CLI would be. Maybe it can do that, right?
Yeah.
And we also need a feature of like such a mechanism needs to kind of also collect the stood there and stood out of those, because we need them. It does not have much stood there and stood out, right? Most of this is verbose.
Oh yeah, I forgot the verbose.
But that's fine. Like we will use verbose, so it will have some output. So how about while this is working, we start looking at such options.
Okay.
Also, how do we know that this finished?
We will see no noise. I mean, we'll see less noise.
Less noise.
Yeah, I think it is less noise now.
Okay, check the file.
No, it's still running.
What are, I mean, these warnings are in the file?
Yeah.
Okay. That's CSS.
Yes. Okay. We were gonna check the options, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Next first test. So we want to detect the parallelism based on this.
No,
cores?
at runtime. There's like multiple. The parallelism, right? The size of the parallelism goes through multiple layers here. And we want to make it dynamic as much as possible.
Yeah.
So I think we should start at the innermost layer at that command invocation. We want to say it's obviously easy to detect how many cores you have.
Yeah.
At that point. So that's why I'm suggesting that ideally there's a CLI that does it really very nicely, so that we could just change this M succeed. It's even silly that, so we wouldn't have any, we would have just one machine. We wouldn't have this for loop.
Yeah.
And we'd replace this for loop with node dot succeed. We would have one node. So something like M succeed. And some CLI that will invoke bench in any number of bench and pass these arguments. I'm thinking CLI because it's like it's a complete solution. If we have to figure out how to do this in Python, we'd have to like pick up some library, write some Python code, and if something fails, we have to figure out, right? Like if it's a CLI, it's probably much more straightforward. Admittedly, there's the command composition. But maybe those CLIs support this. Maybe they have a templating feature.
Yeah.
I know one CLI. It's called Parallel.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
GNU Parallel. It's the one that has this annoying feature where it asks you to confirm that you've something. And that's why I don't want to use it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, but I know of the command.
It has an annoying feature. It has a strange feature that it asks you whether you have, I don't know, whether you agree to give credit, whether you have given credit, something.
Oh.
So let's try to find a modern alternative to this.
GNU parallel modern alternative.
Yes, we might also okay, give it some more information. Tell it one feature we need is detection of the size of parallelism. Another feature that we need is to insert the parallelism size and the invocation ID into the
logs,
invocation arguments, into each invocation argument, something like that. Those are built-in features there, auto-detecting available parallelism and passing values like job slot parallelism plus an invocation job ID into each command. Found an alternative. Rush is the closest fit, but it's not a feature complete for this exact pattern. A practical example of GNU parallel. Parallel jobs 0, so that's automatic. And then a string for the command, mycmd, threads.
ID.
Oh, I don't quite understand. This doesn't make sense because you wouldn't use a hash for both, right?
Yeah.
But maybe it's an approximation of reality. Total. Also, they kind of look different, right? Like the templates here is a hash, and there it's a equals in a like curly equal to open parallel jobs. I'm not sure what that triple colon is.
Yeah. We can just ask to do this.
Let's take a look at Rush. First, is it in X packages?
Yeah.
Maybe it means
Oh
Rush
no,
parallel.
yeah, I think it's Rush parallel, yes.
Okay, so we have version 090. Let's go to its homepage. Shenwei 356. Cross-platform command line tool for executing jobs. All right, let's take a look. Version 090.
Yeah.
Rest is a tool similar to GNU Parallel and Gargs. That's a cool name. Rush borrows some idea from them and has some unique features supporting custom-defined variables, resuming multi-line commands. Resuming. Ooh. More advanced embedded replacement strings. These features make Rush suitable for easily and flexibly parallelizing complex workflows in fields like bioinformatics. Okay, I bet this are all the features we need and more. Major, supporting Linux OS 10 X and Windows, not Cygwin. Avoid mixed line for multiple processes. I don't know what that means. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Timeout. Timeout is nice. Timeout's good for us. Because if they don't have their own timeout, we can use this timeout. Right?
Yeah.
Well, admittedly, we have a timeout in our Python script as well. But having a timeout at this granularity is slightly more useful. Retry. Oof. Safe exit after capturing Control C. Not perfect. You may stop it by typing Control C or continue. awk-v like custom defined variables. Keeping output in order of input. What does that mean? Whoa. Now these are features, huh? What's this written in?
Go.
Okay. It's better than other things, languages. Keeping output in order of input. Exit on first errors. We don't want that. Set table record delimiter. What is that? What's set table? Practical replacement strings. Itself.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? Oh, that's escaping.
Yeah.
Escaping. Okay. I don't know what the second item is. It's like literals.
Oh,
Inserting.
this is job ID. That's what this was, this thing.
Mm-hmm. I see. Nth field and delimited data. Who knows what this is? Directory and file. We don't need this stuff. We need the total number, right?
Mm-hmm.
The size. Combinations. Manipulate nth field. Preset variable macro. P is replaced with suffix using shell variable. Minor dry run. Let's look at the whether it can give us the size.
You mean the auto detection of parallelism?
No, auto detection I take for granted.
Okay.
I mean the variable.
Uh-huh. Right. You mean something like this total parallel jobs?
Should be some more docs.
Yeah.
Somewhere. Maybe you said we didn't go through this README. We should.
Yeah.
Not for the sake of it, but to find this feature.
Uh-huh. Performance, installation, compiling, usage.
Replacement strings in commands. Here, this should be the comprehensive list, right?
Yeah.
Question mark. A value computed as. Oh.
Oh.
What is
Okay.
CPUs then? How do we get CPUs? That's what we want, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe CPUs.
I mean, if you just keep the jobs to one, it'll be this is CPUs, this value. But,
I see what you're saying. Preset. But like, shouldn't it give us? Shouldn't it tell us, hey, you have CPUs, you have jobs, like?
Yeah.
Escaping curly. Combinations. Preset variable macro. You can pass variables to the command like awk via the option. Variable name should start with a letter. The value could also contain replacement strings. P will be replaced with what is percent colon, which computes the base name and will. Huh. Really? Scroll further. These are examples.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe examples should give us.
Yeah. Custom field. No. Custom record. Preset variable. Save successful commands. Nothing. No.
Flags. Run n jobs in parallel. Default value depends on your device. That's the jobs flag.
Jobs, yeah.
So the default is good. What? I think this is an invocation on a particular device. It'll print the default for that device.
Yeah.
Okay.
But why do we want total total jobs and total CPU anywhere? We just care that it can parallelize, right? Not that.
Because bench needs the flag.
Yeah.
Bench needs such a flag, right?
Right. But right.
Bench
Is that
takes two flags.
yeah. But is that required? I'm not sure.
That's how it works. It needs to know because they don't communicate with each other. So each command needs to know it is n of t.
Right.
If they're all if they're all one of one, they'll all do the same.
Mm-hmm.
If they all two of two, they will all do the same.
Yeah.
So what is that question mark again?
CPUs by jobs.
We should be able to find it in two places.
Yeah.
In here and in the help. Value computed as CPUs divided by jobs. So if you do the default, what does this give us? Can you try this locally?
Yeah.
Did our test finish?
Oh yeah. Let's check that. Wait, where is the test?
This is an editor.
Yeah, but I thought I had another window running the test. Oh wait. Oh, sorry, my bad. It's just okay. Tail n10 build.log. Still running. What?
Mm-hmm.
It's been over 10 minutes.
What does the file have?
Test 527. Oh, it ran. It finished. Something finished. There's no. Let me grep for all the cat build.log. Grep failing. Okay, there are 3 outputs. Yes. Right.
And a similar number of tests.
Yeah.
In each.
Yeah. I mean, we did have like 1,500 tests. So that adds up somehow. But we didn't have these many errors though. These are the 235 errors is too much.
Do you think this is triggered? I don't think this is triggered by. These tests should be somewhat self-contained, right?
Or maybe they're conflict, and that's why they ask to run on different machines. But
really?
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, we can just run the only run tests also just to get the number. It still keeps printing this. I mean, we could run tests instead of run parallel tests. I remember that the error, these many errors weren't there.
Let's see. Okay. Yeah, let's do a asynchronous complete one and and record the numbers so we don't get confused.
Yeah, I will just record these numbers. Failing. First, that's. Where do I put it?
Be back in a moment, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Are we echoing?
Yeah, I know. I'm trying out Rush to get the number of jobs. So, I mean, this is a bit of a hack, but we can get the total number. Like,
Nah, that's not enough. We need to see each one getting an ID as well, right?
yeah, we can get the ID with hash.
Well, do echo both.
And this. I mean, it's one. The CPU by jobs is one because
Was it one?
Number of jobs is auto detected as number of CPUs. That's why. By default, unless I manually provide number of jobs,
Yes.
then it then this is the
So
total
what
number
is
of
this
CPUs.
for? Is this like so if you do two, you get 10?
Yeah. It's the number of threads per job
I see.
that's assigned. Yeah.
So it's not a hack. It's a feature.
Mm-hmm. No, I meant I there's a way to get the total number of CPUs by giving it jobs one, but actually, I mean, just using the output of that instead of.
There's like an abstraction here that is mandatory, and that is jobs, right? In our case, the jobs is one.
Is it? Isn't jobs number of parallel workers or something here?
I think the use case for this jobs flag is where you could have where each process could spawn a number of threads. Now, I don't know why that would be the case. Because if you already have the ability to parallelize using threads, why are you parallelizing using processes? But that seems to be the feature here, right? That like also let processes know how many jobs they should in turn spawn. Does that make sense?
How many jobs they should in turn spawn?
Yeah.
Okay, I think, yeah, I guess not.
Imagine a world, a use case, where the process we spawn using Rush is capable of spawning threads.
Right, yeah.
Okay. But then, and then you want to tell it how many threads it should spawn, right? So,
yeah.
how many threads should it spawn? Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. In our case, that process is bench, right? Bench run parallel does that.
Actually, I'm not. So what is jobs? What does that stand for?
Oh yeah, it's in the help here. Jobs.
Run n jobs in parallel.
Yeah. There was a better description somewhere. No, I think that was it. Yeah. run n jobs in parallel.
I understand what jobs is. Okay, so rush.
Mm-hmm.
Rush. You can tell it, hey, I want a total of like 20 executions of this,
Mm-hmm.
and a maximum of 8 in parallel. Is that correct?
A maximum of 8. Where did you get the 8 number?
8 is just an example.
Okay.
There's a difference between how many total invocations I want and how many of them can run in parallel.
Yeah.
Jobs is the latter.
Yes.
But where is the former? How do we specify the former? What's the flag for the former? For how many invocations in total?
Yeah, that's in this case we're just piping this seek 1 to 10.
Piping? Why are we piping?
I mean, it's just an example.
But is that typical rush invocation?
Yeah, that's what
I don't get it.
That's what they do in most of the examples.
That doesn't make sense.
They're piping in most
Really?
of the. Yeah.
But those are what? That's I don't. I see. I see. And there is no. I see. I mean, so the number of of total jobs is just what? What is it? Space separated? How does it work? Line feed separated?
Uh huh.
Show me the like synopsis.
Synopsis. Yeah.
No, the synopsis is how the syntax of the command.
Oh. Right.
Input. Input could be a list of strings or numbers. What's a list? Input can be given either from the std-in or files via the option. Some options could be used to define how the input records are parsed. Field delimiter, the default is, this kind of looks like any white space.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's field and record. Look at that.
Yeah.
N records, number of records sent to a command. Records. What are records? Records. Okay, so
Records.
can we? So, are there any more arguments, or are these all flags?
There are no more arguments. No.
There are no positional arguments? Okay. Okay. Scroll.
Mm-hmm.
Escaping curly. Why do we have like examples before the flags? Okay, so let's look at the examples.
Okay.
Okay. So seek generates space separated?
Yes. Oh no, I think it's. I'm not sure. Seek 1 to 10. It's line separated.
Line. Okay, so those are records.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
And Rush will execute for each record. Execute the command for each record.
Yeah.
Keep order, timeout, retry, their name. Okay, so we, what's, in our case, what is the record is the job ID.
Yeah.
Okay. So that kind of sucks. But we also have, no, I mean, we can ignore the record itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I get it. So the empty curlies is the record. We don't have to use that, right?
Yeah.
Right? Can we see again the definition of empty curlies?
It's just, oh, these, you mean these?
Yes.
Yeah, it's all data. Let's see here. Yeah, full data.
Okay. And n is the nth field. Okay, now I'm starting to understand. So
yeah,
fields are positional.
And they are
space separated
by default.
Okay, we don't care about the data. We just don't care about the data.
Yeah.
We just need the dynamic values, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's try to like compose that in the shell. So we just generate like the number, right? Seq 1 to 10, then we get 10 invocations, right?
Yeah.
And all we need is the ID and the total.
We get that here.
And if we, well, kind of, because if we pass jobs 1, what happens is that this will run in sequence.
Mm-hmm.
They will run in sequence.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but this is also like, can you, so,
Mm-hmm.
so Rush never decides how many to run?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Let's go over the
Go.
the docs again.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not its role to decide how many to run.
Yeah.
Okay. I see. It can decide how many to run in parallel.
Mm-hmm.
I see. What about GNU parallel?
Yeah. Parallel. We already had this. We can try the same command. Can ask it to give it the.
I don't. What? Oh. What?
Is it just parallel?
Yes.
Okay. Next run. Next PKG is parallel. Need the help. Okay.
I think the help is pretty big.
Oh, it's not big.
Okay, because
you mean,
it's see,
yeah,
it can do much more.
yeah. I mean, we could try the same example on this, but over here, echo $ID.
We don't want to do anything from stud in. We want parallel to decide how many invocations.
Okay. Right.
Try that.
Just this. Input is read from the terminal. Oh, I need to pass the input. Okay. Control D to exit. And
Tell it there's no input somehow.
yeah, you need that 3: thing, I think. Which,
Let's see what it says. Why let's see.
yeah. Input is read from the terminal. You're either an expert, in which case you're awesome, or maybe you forgot 3: or 4: or -A, or to pipe data into parallel.
What's -A?
-A. It's not here.
Get into a shell. Shell will have the man page.
Get into a shell?
A shell with parallel.
Oh, you mean, okay. Next shell. Parallel. Okay. Man. Parallel. And
What's A?
A-A.
That arg file.
Oh yeah, there's something here. Yeah, it's a way to pass the data again.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, let me get the. Oh yeah, input file.
Okay. Why don't we ask an LLM, hey, can parallel like can parallel decide can parallel like let's see what does parallel have to do invocations of parallel require input or yeah, that sounds like it's starting correctly. Do invocations of parallel require input or can the commands or can the commands be entirely generated via arguments? Yes, it can run commands generated entirely from the command line with no input stream or call list at all. Examples. So what does because that's what we ran, right? Did you run that?
No.
You're in a shell with it now.
Yeah. Parallel. Hello. No, that's not correct. It still needs.
Let's silence the citation notice. Run parallel citation once. It'll do something in your home directory.
Oh, parallel citation.
Now you need to type will cite and press enter. This is what I was referring to.
Oh.
The most annoying thing a piece of GPL software. Look, it says this helps funding further development, and it won't cost you a cent if you cite it. If you pay 10,000 euros, you should feel free to use GNU Parallel without citing.
Right. Yeah, no, this doesn't work.
Are you all right? You feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm good. No, this just didn't work as I was just saying.
Right. So the LLM is lying.
Yeah.
So why is it lying? Does it have another mode in which it would be less wrong? Or multiple explicit commands? Okay, I get it. Or fully generated jobs. Here's what is. That's also requires.
Some number. Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Because what I'm getting at is that, like, what we want is for the number of commands, the number of invocations, to be determined by a logic that is inside this tool, whether it be parallel or rush.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe that's the right question to ask. Can the number of let's say jobs, right, be determined by a logic well, we can say what the logic is, right? Can the number of jobs be determined by the number of cores?
That's it.
In either parallel or rush. I think in rush it cannot, because it doesn't have a big documentation, and we already read that. Yes, J0 uses all detected cores. What? Okay, no. It's a bad answer.
Yeah.
Because we don't mean the maximum number of jobs at a time. We mean the total number of invocations.
Right.
So let's take this as a no.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense.
So we need another tool to detect, right?
Uh-huh.
And it kind of should, and it should be the same as what Rush detects, right?
Right.
So we'd
Right.
have two mechanisms that do the same detection, and our mechanism will use the detection for generating the total number of jobs, and Rush will use its detection to ensure the maximum parallelism,
Mm-hmm.
which kind of loses the much of the value, because at that point, if we have the number, we can just pass that number to. It's kind of funny that it doesn't do that. So we're looking for a kind of a different kind of tool. We're looking for a tool, right? Because it looks like Rush and Parallel, they are meant to run an arbitrary set of commands, right?
Uh-huh.
In some parallelization, in parallel, in some parallel manner. We're looking for a tool that runs one command
Mm-hmm.
in a parallel manner, but that's not entirely true, because we do run different commands because they have slightly different arguments.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a question to ask an LLM. Is there a tool that is meant?
I'll ask it in a new session or the same one.
Yes, a new one is fine.
Yeah.
Is there a tool for running the same command I think actually the preamble is important. We can start by saying Rush and GNU Parallel
Mm-hmm.
are tools for running an arbitrary set of commands in some parallel manner. It's actually not an arbitrary set of commands. It's an arbitrary set of data, right?
Yeah. Input data. Yeah.
So let's say there are tools for processing an arbitrary data set. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Processing an arbitrary data set in some parallel manner. Is there a tool for running this a command
A command.
in parallel n number of times,
And this N is auto-detected?
where N is detected from available cores, something like that. From cores N is determined from detected cores. N is determined from detected cores.
Detected cores.
Yes, there's an additional part to that. It's not exactly the same command, right? But that's a detail. Like if there is such a tool, then it should also provide that feature.
I mean, I was wondering, we already get this, right? From the last session, we already get the number of total cores.
I know that we can get it. I'm just trying to pick the right tool. I know that we know that we can figure out an invocation already with the tools we have. I'm just trying to select the right tool.
Okay.
That makes sense to you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, xargs with P, parallel, make J, and task set style wrappers can do this, but the most direct answer is use the number of detected CPU cores as N and feed that into a parallel number. And proc xargs. Yeah, like this again obtains the number of cores, right? Like again.
Yeah, and the 100 is hard coded. This is where we want the detected cores, right? Not.
Right, that's a bad answer. So what's task set?
Task set. Oh yeah, think of.
Don't ask it. Just go to the page.
Go to the page.
Yeah. Command is used to set or retrieve the CPU affinity of a running process given its PID, or to launch a new command with a given CPU affinity. CPU affinity is a scheduled property that bonds a process to a given set of CPUs in the system. And a scheduler will honor. Wow, what is this? Given CPU affinity, the process will not run on any other CPUs.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
wow.
This is how I remember it. Yes.
I know this thing exists. Okay, that we don't care about this. This is
yeah.
This seems odd, but it seems quite odd. It's almost like we're missing something. But I don't think we are. It's like a missing feature in both Rush and Parallel, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so let's implement.
Right. Yeah. Before that, I wanted to get this. I already started the sync version.
Mm-hmm. You mean
Oh,
grep?
it did. Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. Cat output.log grep failing. It didn't finish.
You should grep tests : instead, because No,
Nothing.
doesn't have it yet.
Hey, but it's been running for like half an hour or something.
Well, that's why we're doing this, right?
Yeah.
You think it's finished already?
Yeah, because it can't be running for this long.
Just cat the whole thing. You afraid of the cat? The cat? Was that a bad idea?
Not sure. Is it the end? Is this the end? But what is here?
Can you do tail F, but then we will have to do Control C?
I think there is something hanging, but yeah, because when we ran just just a synchronous test, it took like 400 seconds ish.
Do PS
PSAUX grep for bench. There is no bench running other than the system D thing test project.
Well, so what do you think happened?
Not sure. I think it's because of the state that already existed when we ran the parallel test.
Really?
It has to be state, right? Because nothing else changed.
So the tests are impure?
Yeah.
Does that mean does that mean we can't even? I don't think the tests. I think the tests might the tests that error out might fail to clean properly, and therefore become. But if that's the case, then running them in parallel is also not safe.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't. So what would they write in their documentation in the same place that they explain how to run the tests in parallel, and they say, oh, you have to do it on a. They don't even, not even apologetically, they say for parallelism you need another machine.
Yeah.
It's because their tests are impure.
Yes.
And that's why they don't even, because what would they say? We're sorry, our tests are unfortunately impure, so they cannot be run concurrently.
Mm-hmm.
So what does impure mean? Does it mean a so-called unit test?
Yeah.
Uses the database, the singular database, makes an arbitrary modification, assuming only it has access, right?
Yeah.
And then when it finishes, it says, okay, I will clean up this way and that way, and now the next one is good to go.
Right.
So what we're trying to do is incompatible with these tests.
That seems like it, yes.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, we have to probably try on individual modules, like try running them multiple times or to see if they can.
But that's what it does. That's what the unit that parallelizes on run parallel tests or run test parallel are modules. That's the unit that gets divided. That's the unit that does not get divided. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Each test set gets a set of modules. And that's still not enough. How do you call this? Encapsulation?
Yeah, I think yes.
Okay. Okay. So in this world,
yeah.
Go on.
No, there's still jobs running, right? So I wonder what is running. Is it or is it the worker?
It's
the
a running
RQ?
system that has scheduled tasks, and even without scheduled tasks, there's like the database doing things, and there's the Redis doing things occasionally.
Yeah,
right?
but these the noise that we are receiving, they're from the tests specifically.
Okay, well,
yeah.
But that's what happens. Some tests, I don't know, they fail, and
okay, yeah,
in some unpredictable way, like this, right? You're saying, but there is no process, like what's running these.
Yeah, it's just
But
queued. I think it's just queued. So if you look at the forest output, it's like from yesterday.
Or grep, what is it? RQ colon.
Yeah.
Without forest. PSOX, grep, RQ. RQ colon
worker, but
sure. It's their children that we're interested in, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we need the forest. And then redirect it to a file.
We don't need the forest. We need just to do a full PSOX, and it's not too big, is it?
Okay. Full PSOX.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be truncated.
Cute.
Yeah, we need
anyway,
to. Yeah.
Like,
okay.
Are you skeptical that these tests are? You think there's a chance that these tests might still be sufficiently encapsulated for us to actually run them in parallel in the same machine?
No, I'm not convinced. I don't think they can run on the same machine, at least based on the numbers. These numbers.
These numbers?
Yeah, the number of errors.
The number of
unusually.
errors.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got more errors when we tried to do this.
Yes, when we tried to parallelize them.
Are you sure? I remember there were many errors.
No, I mean,
Let's just count again.
Yeah, I'll just stop this, start a new runner. Control D, exit, start it again. Run array, shell interact, and did it start? Not yet. Okay. Okay, startup finished. Bench, verbose, run. Oh no. Bench, verbose, run tests, output, log, redirect, stay there, and run it in background. Okay. You should start seeing some noise.
Meanwhile, let's talk about this world that we might have found ourselves in. A world where tests cannot be parallelized within a deployment.
Yeah. We, I mean, instead of running just multiple NixOS VMs, we could just run systemd and spawn containers in the same VM and spawn them. That's one way.
What I think you might be right. Is there something in this project that is incompatible with nspawn?
I don't think so. I mean, it shouldn't be, right?
Well, networking is different, isn't it? In networking, nspawn containers don't get an interface. Right?
Right.
I don't know that they need an interface. Also, we have one. So you're saying we just okay. So let's imagine we can do that, right?
Okay. Yeah. But I mean, I still don't understand why we can't run it on the same machine. Do you think it'll be worth figuring that out? Like why can't they run on the same machine, or should we just assume that they can't?
Sorry, there's an arbitrary number of tests that assume that they're the only thing controlling an entire deployment.
Yeah.
At the time that they're running. So during that time, they do arbitrarily horrendous things to the system. They modify the database. They delete things that should not even be deleted.
Yeah.
They create data. They then make assertions.
Mm-hmm.
They say, this document we have one of, and that document we have two of. In their world, they are totally okay doing that because they are the only thing running. And when they're finished, they have cleanup logic, which ideally should clean up just as well in case of success and failure. So that the next test would be unaffected. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I imagine this to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for such a big piece of software with so many tests, this is virtually digging your own grave.
Yeah, true. I agree.
Instead, tests should each operate in an independent environment.
Mm-hmm.
That means they can share the things that they can share. That they can share the things that they don't affect. So there are different scopes for a test. So for example, if it's okay for tests to share the same database, but that database has multiple sites, so there can be any number of tests that they need the scope of a site in a single database, in a single bench deployment, right? Each should have its own site. So this can be further optimized. If you say, this test tests something that has to do with, I actually don't know that it can be further optimized. But like a test that needs to do things that are at the database level, right?
Mm-hmm.
That are cross-site. Well, it cannot coexist with another test that does such a thing, right? So, so such a tests need the setup for such a test needs to set up its own deployment.
Right.
And the teardown just tears that deployment down. Sure, tests will take longer to run, right? Because for each test, if even the and some tests, let's say some tests don't modify the database at all. They just execute some. There are real unit tests, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like conceivably, there's just some pure functions to test somewhere.
Yeah.
So those can all share a big scope as long as their errors are caught, right?
Right.
So I can imagine a better world for this kind of testing for this kind of software. But I'm very much skeptical that that's the case here. Because if that was the case, we would have just needed to run something like, I don't know, bench test, and it'll just be parallel by default.
Yeah.
The question is, what can we do? And I think the answer is what you said. It's we need a separate bench for each. Right? We need a separate deployment.
Yes.
This is already possible with VMs, but it's more expensive than nspawn. Because VMs take like a base minimum of memory.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a kernel. So they have a kernel and they have a system D, right? Instead of all sharing a system D.
Yeah.
And they have virtualization of hardware. So there's overhead.
Mm-hmm.
I lost your screen.
Oh yeah. Say just stop, share, or share again. Shared.
When the screen locks, it probably stops.
Yeah.
So I think what you're saying is reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
But if we do that, because what I was hoping is that it's not hard coded, right? Because the parallelism of each developer and each like computer that runs tests like CI,
yeah,
is different. And Nix doesn't like such things.
Yeah.
One hack we can do if we're using flakes is to say, okay, it's just especially because Nix is lazy, right? So let's generate many flake outputs for many core counts.
Okay.
And then make a script that wraps the Nix invocation. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That script can be a flake output as well, right? So that script can itself be reproducible, and it can like end by invoking Nix build and then one of those flake outputs.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we could start by just hard coding the number of containers.
We could do that. We could do that. It's not ideal because the number changes significantly. Like you have 20, I have 16.
Yeah.
But many people have 4. Right? And CI, who knows?
I mean, we also don't know if that just by increasing the number of parallelism, we'll get faster tests, right? So we could just test that and based on.
I mean, at this point, we better.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm guessing there will be like a plateau. Just won't keep scaling.
Because there will be one big module or something?
Yeah. And also the setup time, all of that taken into account.
Setup time.
Yeah, the test will have to do setup with the database and stuff, right? To run the test. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. It's quite costly installing frappe. Right?
Yeah.
The initial migration.
Yeah.
And that, by the way, that costs, I don't know, does it like mostly just increase over time? Over development time, right? Over versions? I don't know.
Yeah, usually people don't remove tests.
I'm not thinking about tests. I'm thinking about the installation, the initial migration. Initial database. I think that's what is the majority of the time here.
Yeah.
In booting up this thing for the first time.
It's way beyond the time, and it's still running the tests.
How do you know that it's still running the tests? Because of
There's still the test project systemd service is printing job okay on occasions, even now. Like
but
this.
How do you know these are test jobs? Test project is the name of the. This is just it's a monitor.
Right.
The heck is this?
Oh no. Yeah, these are the output logs.
Mm-hmm.
But
let's try grabbing.
Yeah.
Grep tests colon.
Grep tests colon. Nothing.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how about failed?
Failed. No. There was failing errors. Nothing. So it's still running.
Still running.
That's strange. The test, the duration of the test is also not reproducible.
It's because of flaky tests. What if a test is hanging now?
Yeah. That's what I think most likely is happening.
Another one that we didn't skip yet. We should run this with verbose every time.
Yeah, I ran it with verbose.
So where's the output? Let's go to.
Yeah, it's in this file, output.log. I've redirected all of that there.
Uh-huh. Can you can we explore that file?
Explore, not in this shell.
Or with grep, like. Grep for like a series of dots.
Series of dots.
Do you remember what the test output looks like?
Yeah, there's a series of dots and then okay, right?
Mm-hmm. Or not, or nothing because it's hanging.
I mean, a series of dots. I don't think you can. How do you grab them verbatim instead of the dot referring to some character?
Man grep. Not here though.
Yeah.
You want to do like something like not regex.
Extended expression. Regex.
Literal. Search for literal.
Literal. Exclude, not this. Literal.
Right.
No.
Find out somehow.
Yeah. Let's grab literal. What? I'll just ask it for the specific literal. Is it use F for a literal match? Yeah, that's it. Yes. Grab with caps F. Oh, what is this? A lot of
We
things.
want more, another dot.
Nothing. I think there were only 3 dots.
In the tests?
Yeah, see? You see these? These are the tests, right? This.
Okay. Well, maybe we want test underscore.
Yeah, test underscore. But yeah, okay. We do that. Test underscore.
What's the last one visible?
Whoa. Whoa.
Why is this test wrong action?
Yeah, test wrong action, test workflow condition. There's no OK beside them.
Why are there 2? Why do you think there are 2? Why do you think above there are more such that don't have OK? Or fail?
Yeah. They're just queued, I think. But
is there like hold on. So does if you do test get like one of those that have OK, does it show up earlier without OK?
One of them that have OK. Yeah, I'll just check for this test if workflow. Using role. Oh, it's only showed up. So it only shows up once.
Can you grab for lines that start with test underscore? You need to remove that F. And do something like
caret.
What happened to all of the tests that don't have 3 dots after them? Can you ask an LLM, can you like just like grab a section of this test that has a good sample of like OK, fail, and nothing?
OK, fail, and nothing.
I saw a fail there.
You saw a fail?
At the end of all these OKs, there's a fail.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right here. Yeah.
Grab a sample and then ask. What's can even ask it, tell it, well, it'll know where this is coming from. So ask those that have that end with okay, passed.
Okay.
Passed.
Passed.
Have passed.
Oh, have passed. Yes.
Those that end with fail have failed. What about the rest? Another question.
Mm-hmm.
Just you know what, I don't know, because there's the like, why do they even show up? But we don't, one answer might answer the other question. So ask, what about the rest? Why don't they end with either? Queued. We've made that assumption.
Yeah.
I also get the impression that this is answering way too fast.
Yeah. I could ask like a better model. I could do this with medium high. High. I don't know.
I never used this. I don't know.
Let's see.
Because if they were printed at the time of being queued, then
Mm-hmm.
we should see we tested for that, right? Okay, this is immediately a better answer, right? In this style of Python unit test output, the runner generally does roughly so a line like that with no terminal status means you cannot infer its result from that line. The runner printed that the test started, but the corresponding completion status output is missing. Common reasons are process was killed, terminated before. Maybe those error lines. So for each of these, there would be an error. Maybe they errored.
Yeah.
Can we should be able to confirm that, right? Pick
Mm-hmm.
one that doesn't have a termination in the terminal. Pick one.
This test batch process max retries exceeded.
And notice that this is the function name as well. So in an error, we should see this.
Yeah.
But we already did that, right? Like we grepped for that. No, we grepped for one of the OKs.
Yeah.
For that. But this is one, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's so bad. An error must have this, right?
Yeah. We could also grab the journal CTL of this test project, schedule start for this.
Maybe that's where we get errors. Maybe we don't even get errors in the output.
Yeah.
Okay, good thinking.
Let's see. Journal CTL -U test project. Oh.
Never mind the unit. Just grab the full output.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Remove the U. Yeah. No?
I don't know if it did the right thing. Does it? What is the general CTL?
Journal CTL gives you all the logs ever.
Is it from the time the runner started, or is it because I used to use -u for from the time? I mean, from the epoch or whatever.
I think U stands for unit, doesn't it?
Oh, that's -f. I think. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. It's not there.
You can do with we can search for something that we see here just to do a sanity check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Python 3-3.
Oh, yeah. Channel CTL grab for
something
Python.
from here.
Yeah.
You can even do a store path.
-3. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Let's get back to how about we continue reading what the response was.
Yes. The common
With
reasons.
no terminal, you cannot infer. Runner printed the test started the customer. The process was still terminated before the test completed. The output you have is truncated. I
don't think so. Because there are longer, I mean, tests are prints okay.
Well, maybe it's not truncated by length. But yes, I don't see why or how it would be truncated. Stood out, stood air from parallel tests got... I wish we could run them in parallel. The test runner custom frappe runner prints test start and test results through different paths, and only the format made it into the captured log.
No, it does not print test start and test result. It only prints the result.
If these are ordinary sequential unit tests, seeing several consecutive test names without results is especially suspicious. Yeah, that's what we're thinking, right? Normally, it would not start the next test until the previous one had finished. That's also what we're thinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
That suggests either parallel execution or incomplete interleaved logging rather than those tests simply having some third status. So classify your snippet as if you paste the command used to run the frappe test in the lines immediately after the snippet, I can tell you specifically why. Oh, you can? I don't think you can, buddy. Okay. Well, we have a mystery, but we're out of time.
Yeah.
So to recap, we're in a position where we have an idea of how to parallelize this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not far away from how frappix currently does. And frappix would have probably done it with nspawn containers had they been available when frappix was written. But they were available since about January.
Yeah.
But, and it sounds like probably the best thing we can do, and we also talked about generating flake outputs for different core counts and a wrapper script for being able to pick the right one, which sounds like a plan, and maybe it'll work. But we also have uncertainty regarding test results in general.
Yeah.
And in the past, we have managed to obtain like a completed test run with a summary. And in the couple of times that we tried in this session, we couldn't. Right?
Yes.
So, but iteration is important. The feedback loop is important. So regardless of tests hanging or not, we should probably work on parallelizing them instead of fighting with them, whether they pass or not, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's how we shall proceed next week.
Right. Yes.
Cool. Good work, Shivaraj. I will stop the recording.